U.S. officials are now warning the American people that what is going on right now inside the United States is worse than the January 6th riots. Now, you may remember this because there were people that were breaking into the Capitol building. They were looking for lawmakers and they were making their voice heard. Well, the protests that are going on right now, some say, are worse than that riot. Now, I want to break down what's going on. We're actually going to listen to a clip from Al Sharpton as well, where he is actually trying to compare the riots and the protests on these college campuses, that to the January 6th riot. So we're going to listen to that in just a moment, so you don't want to miss this video. But all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So in a time where U.S. intelligence is warning Congress of a rise in cyber attacks, well, at the exact same time, more and more people around the U.S. are worried about a physical attack. Look at this. It says UCLA students describe violent attack on Gaza protest encampment. Say it was terrifying. It says a slow response from authorities left students shocked as people wearing white masks attacked pro-Palestine protesters. What I thought was very interesting, over the past couple of days, I've been getting a lot of emails, a lot of comments here on YouTube as well, so thank you for always doing that. But in some of the emails, I was getting links, and I was getting clips of people, of students that were, that go to UCLA, that go to, go to Columbia, go to all these other colleges around the United States, and they are being blocked off from going to class. Remember what happened on January 6th, where lawmakers were pretty much being just taken out of the building, being blocked off. They couldn't go to other parts. Now, what's interesting about this, though, is that, and what I find is very interesting, and many people have brought this up, is we heard from many Democrats that they were stopping lawmakers from conducting business, from legislating. But now these protesters, and again, I understand the reason behind the protest, but the reason why I'm bringing this to your attention is, why is the messaging different? Because protesters are able to protest, but they are blocking college kids from going to class, from learning, from they paid their tuition to go there, or some they're on scholarships or whatever, their grants, it doesn't matter, but they are a student there and they cannot go to class. Some colleges are having to cancel their graduation ceremonies because they are worried about a bigger riot. I want to show you something else though. Look at this. These are just some of the live updates. This is from AP News. It says arrests on campuses in Stony Brook, New York, and Dallas. This one down here, Florida State universities look to prevent disruption of graduation. This one down here, there's a video of arrests at Dartmouth, demonstration at Air Force Base in New Mexico, at least 132 people arrested at UCLA. All this stuff. Look at all these updates. That's crazy. But I want to play you this clip. This is from this morning at 3:19 a.m. Okay, look at this and just listen to how peaceful this protest is.
Okay, they're bringing out their riot batons right now.
Okay. And they're throwing stuff at the police
you can see the people in the crowd on the side trying to blind them with those lights.
That's not peaceful.
The line of individuals, the officers right in front of me, the CHP and the LAPD, they've now brought out their riot batons, and they're putting their masks down.
Look at all the people with gas masks.
Back up the people at the point of the spear.
And you hear them chanting, "Hold the line, hold the line."
Okay, here they go. They're making a movement right now.
And we're going to find out probably shortly that these are not mostly students. These are people who are activists.
What was that noise?
And you probably heard that right there at the end, where there was either some type of little grenade or whatever, most likely a flashbang, just to try to get people back, maybe kind of disorient them a little bit. But that's not peaceful. This is why. And again, I want to bring this up and listen to the host Listen to these people talk about this, and Al Sharpton compares this anti-Israeli demonstration to January 6th. Just listen to this.
This detracts from our bigger cause.
And let me say this, the politics of that, what is being robbed by them not doing that, Joe, where you and I agree, how do the Democrats, how do all of us on that side say January 6th was wrong if you can have the same pictures going on college campuses?
Good Lord, don't make a parallel with January 6th.
You lose
For
the
some
moral
reason,
high
that's
ground.
That has happened, though.
So did you listen to that? Where he says, good Lord, don't make a comparison to January 6th. But in the end, isn't that almost the exact same thing? Isn't that pretty close? Because he says if you look at the images and the videos and you see, it would be very tough to distinguish which was January 6th and which was these riots here at colleges. Now, I want to read you a few things though. Okay, it's an article right here from Fox News. It says no leadership. Resurfaced post comes back to haunt Biden after anti-Israel protests sweep the nation. It says anti-Israel protests have brought colleges across the country to a standstill in recent weeks. Now I want to read you a few things. Look at this. It says it's now the year 2024, 3 full years into Joe Biden's presidency, and Jewish students are being blocked from their college campuses and being told to stay home and remote learn. I actually have a friend who does go to college at one of these colleges, and that's exactly what he was told. Just stay home. It's safer to stay home. That they're likely, over the next 2-3 weeks, they are most likely to end their college year, this semester, just doing remote learning. That's what they're talking about right now. And so it's interesting, but he actually liked going to college. I want to keep reading it to you. It says, is this the soul of the nation healed? Joe Biden has looked the other way as Democrat foot soldiers hijack universities across America. He's more concerned about winning votes in Dearborn, Michigan than condemning the 20-year-olds cheering for Antifada. Now, I want to be very clear on something. He says, this person says, this is a Fox News contributor, Lisa Booth, saying that Joe Biden's more concerned about winning votes in Dearborn than condemning the 20-year-olds cheering for Antifada. Here's the thing. What the reports and the police have said is that the majority of these people protesting are not college students. These are not even college students. These are just protesters, okay, trying to drum up a response. This is one of the reasons why many people have said that an attack here on U.S. soil is more likely today than ever before. That's concerning, that this is where we are at and this is what we're facing. This goes on to say, there are anti-Semitic uprisings on campuses across the country, and all Joe Biden can do is passively sit there and hope they go away. He's shown no leadership despite this being far worse than the 2-day Unite the Right protest in Charlottesville. Now, I'm not even going down that road, but keep in mind, okay, things are going from bad to worse. Right now, we're having these protests, we're having all these discussions, and Congress is, kind of has their hands tied. But here's the thing. Everything is going okay in the economy. But once the lower income households and even the middle income start losing their ability to pay for food and keep a roof over their head and pay for medications and insurance and keep their cell phone on and pay a tuition to keep their kids in school, once this stuff starts to become more impossible and more of a burden, these protests are going to happen more often and the intensity will be greater. So that's just a warning from the FBI, from multiple White House officials, that what we are seeing right now has to be stopped. And yes, President Biden came out today, provided a little speech to condemn the protesters, but at the same time he said we cannot stop freedom of speech. So we'll see what happens moving forward. All I can tell you right now is I'll be here every step of the way. I'll fill you in on all the latest news and updates. But as of today, That is what we know. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.